Great rising. Come on in here, family. You know what to do when you get here? Hit that love button, hit that share button, let somebody know that the Alchemist is in the building. Great rising, great rising. Come on in here. Come on in here, family. With the power from above and below, with the wisdom of the all, being in alignment, protected from all forces, utilizing the vortex and the authenticity of self, going about to teach the unified kingdom of one, that we may all win this matrix of life. Ashe. Come on in here, family. You are watching Magic Up TV. I am 70 Alchemist. Here's where we talk about love, we talk about law, we talk about all things. There's nothing off the table, you understand. Here's where we say, life is easy. We make it hard. Come on in here. I got the new Alchemist apparel readily available for you at 70alchemist.com. Go to the shop page and you will find some amazing magical shit there. I believe in wearing your magic, you understand? I wear the malas, I wear the grounding brass and copper, I wear my malas, you understand? And I wear my magic. And I wear my magic. Come on in here, come on in here, come on in here. This morning we are talking about training up a child. I don't know why. I know why. I know how I got to this. But the Proverbs were for you first, right? The training up of the child. These were managerial instructions on a postured human being. See, recently, I just moved a mountain out of my life by which I used to not be able to see my son, my 14-year-old. I used to not be able to see him by myself for about 5 years. Someone would say, well, why would that happen? I would have to see him through my mom. Like, my mom would have to get him, and I would have to see him through her. Why? I lived a polygynous lifestyle, and my ex-wife came to my niece's birthday party and saw me with two queens and was very upset. So, you know, some things happened. And we've been connected, but this most recently, I've been getting him every other weekend, right? And so I'm getting a chance to really get a little more. I'm digging. And this young king is spitting out some amazing artwork. I mean, he's spitting out YouTube videos and he's doing all this stuff. And so I started thinking, my oldest son is in the military. So I started thinking, train up a child. There's some real meat to that. Because I think what people do is instead of training up a child, they try to control their children. And there's a difference. There's a difference between training up your child and controlling them. There's a difference. You understand? And when you learn how to train, and we're all training, regardless of how much time you spend with them, we are training. They are learning from us. You understand? What is it that they're learning is the question. Because most of us would want to assume that it's what we're telling them. And we confuse telling them with teaching them. And telling and teaching ain't the same. You understand? My oldest son, he saw some positive accolades from my life in the military. His grandfather was in the military. So he saw that if he went into the military, he could have this or he could have that. Now, I didn't necessarily agree with him going into the military. However, throughout his life, he's been coming for summers. He's been around me with my business. He's been around, just really been around. And so once he got to his military post, he did just like what his father did. He opened his business. He started doing his videos. He went and bought a barber chair. He started cutting hair. I mean, he really started sustaining his life outside of the military. That came from his father's. That came from me, the hustler. He always saw me grinding. That came from his grandmother. My mom saw her grinding. You understand? So the training up of a child is not what you tell them. It's what you sell them. And so as I started to think about this proverb, I started to think about what it is that the writer was saying. Now, a lot of us don't want to, we leave religion and then we start discrediting, this literature. And my word to you is this. I receive wisdom wherever wisdom is. If the wisdom comes in the form of an ant, I receive the wisdom. If the wisdom comes in the form of a dragon, Dracarys. You understand? I receive the wisdom. If it comes in the Bible, I receive the wisdom. If it comes from the Quran, I receive the wisdom. The Kabbalah. All of these things were written for a reason. You understand? So let's dive a little bit into this proverb, because I started to understand, well, not now, but then, that a lot of this word, you have to understand, the world was young. The world was young. And barbarianism was real shit. You think there's a feminist movement now. You think women around here trying to get equal rights now. I wish you would take your ass back a couple thousand years and see what the fuck was going on. It was some true it was some true G's. The world was being made. And special skill sets were required in order to build this new world. Just like now, there's special talents and traits that must be learned or relearned in this new world that we're building, on this new world that we're experiencing, in order for our children to be good in the future. Look at what the fuck is going on. You understand? So you got social distancing, you got the privacy invasion, jobs that are being taken, you got all sorts of shit. So we got to teach our youth, we got to teach each other, we have to learn a new way. And that's exactly what was going on in this writing. They was having to learn posture. They was having to learn how to not be barbarians. So if you are interested, I would love to kind of go through this Proverbs 22. I hope that's all right with y'all. Because the name of the proverb, because see, a lot of times what people do in Bible scriptures, in religious texts, what they do is they'll pull a scripture, right? And then they'll make it mean whatever they want it to mean. You see this here? A man should not go without. That means we should be fucking right now. Yeah. This is what they do. So instead of that, I wanted to give some substance. And the title of this chapter is called The Value of a Good Name. The value of a good name. You all understand that right now the world is going through so much economic, it's a whole new economic recession, right? Just yesterday, I met with an amazing couple. I'm not going to tell their names, but I met with an amazing couple that had been conversing with me for over 6 months. They've been wanting me to brand their business for about almost a year now, probably, right? They could have gone anywhere. They could have gone to anyone. And I'm not cheap, because I don't just build websites. I don't just design. I help people make money. And I've been doing this shit very skillfully since a child. You understand? Train up a child. We getting somewhere. I hope you got time, man. Listen. I had them meet me at this bar. so that we could talk and share some drinks. And they said to me, they said, Seven, you know, we could have gone with anyone. The wife said, but I told my king that I really wanted to do business with you. I love your spirit. I love the results that you give your clients and your students. I really wanted to do business with you. The value of a good name. It's easy to say to somebody, have a good name. But if you wasn't trained up in a household with people who had good names, then how the fuck do you know how to have a good name? See, I grew up under my grandfather. He was the first black radio disc jockey in Marion and Dillon County, South Carolina. Shout out to my great aunt that just passed away, and we buried her yesterday. Shout out to the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Listen, this man would be on the radio, and people would hear his word, and they would take him at his word. He would say it's gonna rain. It didn't matter if you saw a cloud in the sky or not. If the sun was out, if TJ Hughes said it was gonna rain, y'all better go and get y'all umbrellas, bro. It's about to rain. I don't know what y'all talking about, but this man know what he's saying. He had a good name. On his birthdays, he would have these ceremonies at a church. And he wasn't no preacher, you know what I'm saying? But what is a preacher? So he would have these ceremonies, man. He'd start at the back of the church. By the time he got down to the pew, he'd have a cape of money just draped on him. People just pinning money on him because he done helped change so many lives. He owned a barbershop. He was pouring seeds into men while cutting hair. How do we know how to have a good name if you never grew up with a good name? If you never had somebody who needed a good name? You understand? So the first verse says a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches. Loving favor rather than silver and gold. With a good name, I never go hungry. With a good name, I never be broke. With a good name, I never be homeless. With a good name, listen, man, some of y'all messing up your names because you get mad, you get angry, and you start acting out, you start doing these things, and you start retaliating and shit, doing all sorts of fuckery. A good name. Some of y'all out here doing dumb shit for money. I don't even take every student. I don't even take every client. All money ain't good money. Verse 2, the rich and the poor have this in common. A good name. The rich and the poor have this in common. This rule to have a good name. This law to have a good name. The rich and the poor have it in common. Do you understand? Self-sustaining rich people who are self-perpetuating, had to have a good name. They had to do something for people to trust their word, to exchange the value of riches in order for them to go from poor to becoming rich. Y'all see me. I went from being homeless. Now, mind you, I put myself in that position, but just 12 months, 13 months a slave. Come on, y'all. Y'all done seen this shit happen. Look at me now. They came to the bar to exchange bread with me. Why? Because of the good name. And it's not because I'm out here seeking after bread, even though I got it in me. I also have the spirit, you understand? This world is about balance, and if you don't understand how to become a manageable force in this climate, then you drown out like all those others that's underwater right now. Number 3. Well, I didn't finish number 2. The rich and the poor have this in common. The Lord is maker of them all. As we go through these verses and you hear me talk about Lord, you hear me talk about God, Creator, I want you to be on one accord. I want you to understand the all. That's why I said, you understand? By the power of above and below and the wisdom of the all. This is about posture. This is about posture. And if you have posture, then you're protected from all sorts of elements. When you have knowledge from all sources, then you're able to utilize the vortex. You're able to time travel. You're able to manifest. You're able to do all sorts of shit other people can't do. Because you're not blocking information. You're able to, you understand? All right, let's go. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself. A prudent man foresees evil. I see the shit coming. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. I'm going to go ahead and chill at the house tonight. Y'all go ahead and y'all do that shit. I'm going to stay home. You understand? Because I see it. I'm not going to act like I don't see it. Remember when you used to be in Bible study? young teen, late teens, early 20s and shit. You go to Bible study and you meet a fine girl, or y'all sister see a fine man, a boy or whatever, and you're like, hey, little John, you want to study Corinthians? You can come to my dorm room, we can study. Now you've seen that shit coming. Y'all start smashing in, all of a sudden both y'all want to feel bad about the shit. Well, you know, we shouldn't have did it. Some of y'all now, married as fuck, you're not polygynous. You're on the job calling this motherfucker your work husband, your work wife. Got a whole wife, got a whole fucking husband at the crib. Y'all cuddling up and shit for lunch. You see it coming. But hides himself. The simple pass on and are punished. Simple-minded people, they don't want to consume or be responsible for nothing other than themselves. They don't care. They're just in the moment. They simple as fuck. They keep doing the dumb shit. And they keep getting punished. Number 4, by humility and the fear of the Lord, the fear of the all, right? By humility are riches and honor and life. Riches come. People don't give a shit what you know until they know you care. And if you're in the business of making money and you have a product and you're not showing your people you care, they're not gonna patronize you. You understand? So with the proper spirit comes riches. I don't know what people be preaching about. You know, they want you to have the spirit without wealth. Like, fuck is you talking about? Do you understand with the proper spirit, wealth comes? With the proper name, wealth comes. I got people wearing my insignia. Why? Because they know that this is power. They know that this is magic. This ain't no selfish insignia. This insignia was created as above, so below. Look it. As above, so below. And my whole chi, my whole spirit right here in the center. Take some of that energy and create with it. Buy a hat. Buy a shirt. Create with the energy that I'm already creating with. We got to learn how to ride the wave. You got friends that don't want to be used. I don't know what you're talking about. Use me. Use this energy. Use this force. By humility and fear of the all are riches and honor in life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the perverse. He who guards his soul will be far from them. Watch the company you keep. That's all it's saying. Watch the company you keep. You want a good name, watch the company you keep. We got to learn how to read. Then, see, we got through all that stuff. We got through a good name is to be chosen rather than riches. Love and favor. You know what I'm saying? A prudent man for seeing evil. Humility. The thorns of the snares of the people that you're fucking with. He who guards himself, his soul is far from it. Now we get to number 6. All that shit was about the adults. All that shit was about you. Now we get to number 6. Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Not you, from it. Some of y'all trying to control your kids so they don't leave you. They don't say that shit. And say, train the child up. Why? Because you already supposed to be doing shit. You supposed to have a craft. You supposed to have a talent. You supposed to be operating in some form of capacity within your spiritual alignment on this planet. That's what you're supposed to be teaching. Your craft, your skill set. If I'm a blacksmith, I know that my family is going to gain wealth from my prudence, my spirit, and my craft. And if I could teach my child this, what a wealthy man, what a wealthy woman they become. That is what it means, man. It don't mean that's what it means. We don't have to talk about what it doesn't mean when we talk about what it means. My oldest son, he has talent. He has a skill set that regardless of a job, he is able to maintain a particular lifestyle for himself and whatever family he chooses to create. My 14-year-old son, he's an artist. Dude is sick with it. He has a craft. He can become a tattoo artist. He can become an animator. He can become whatever he wants within his own control. Not having to adhere to anybody else's rules other than his own if he chooses so. How does he know that can exist? He sees his father live in that dynamic. Then we get to number 7. The riches rule over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Yo. Why should you see? Sometimes you gotta read the shit backwards. You gotta read shit backwards. It's trying to tell you what the fuck is going on. Listen, I don't know what y'all talking about not being wealthy. I don't know what y'all talking about not having riches. Because you better train your child up in the way that they should go, because the fucking rich rules over the poor. Do you want your child ruled over? And the borrower is servant to the lender. You want your children out here borrowing shit because they ain't got no talent, because they ain't got no skill set, because they don't know how to see, they don't know how to stay away from shit, they don't know how to keep good company, they don't know how to choose a good name. Now we get into the science of building kingdoms. Now we get into the science of building community. We get into the science of fucking gold. This is alchemy, y'all. This is magic. He who sows iniquity will reap sorrow. If you out there building your kingdom on blood, you out there, you know what I'm saying? You can't do no magic unless you motherfucking sacrificing some shit. Now, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just saying. You should be able to do other things. If you out here robbing people to make it, you out here, you know what I'm saying, killing to survive, then you reap what you sow. When my magic is cast and whomever that magic is for is hurt, that shit is done because of whatever fuckery they have involved themselves in. Not because I wished for it to be. I put my hands forth into the universe for correction and discipline, not for no fuckery. But if the fuckery begats you, it's because you sowed your own iniquity. And the rod of his anger will fail. If you out here doing shit based on anger, you might climb a certain way, but that shit gonna get chopped right up under you. Anger is not a consistent vibration. Neither is happiness. That's why it says, with the wisdom of the all and alignment. You understand? When you have alignment, you don't need happiness. When you have alignment, you don't need anger. You're able to operate in whichever emotion calls forth for the correction of whatever the fuck you're doing. And you get to come back to the alignment. You don't have to operate. You don't have to create protection spells in anger. You don't have to create, you understand? You don't have to punish in anger. Punish in alignment. Correct. Let the universe punish. You balance the equation as your gifts have given you room to do so. Number 9. He who has generosity. He who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. When we read backwards, why would this individual not be giving bread to the poor? He used to, or she used to be one of them. So what it's saying is, don't forget where the fuck you come from, bruh. Hey sis, don't forget where the fuck you come from. When you make it, you give back. You want riches, you want that shit to continue, then you gotta keep sowing. I don't charge for these videos. I damn sure charge for the magic. But I don't charge for the videos. These are the seeds sown back into the earth. Look at what the universe has allowed me to create. Look at what the universe has allowed me to manifest. You understand? Look at what it's allowed me to manifest within my own chi and utilizing the vortex. Look at what it's allowed me to manifest. By the power of above and below, utilizing the wisdom of the all, being in alignment and protected from all forces. That's how I get it. You understand? It's got to be in you. It's got to be in you. You can't just be selling it to people. This is why the couple came and sat and had a conversation with me. That's going to change their business. And that's going to feed my children. Cast out the scoffer, and contention will leave. Yes, strife and reproach will cease. Stop dealing with these people who are just sucking the life out of you. The scoffer. Stop allowing people to just suck on you and suck on you and suck on you. It ain't talking about the company you keep. We already talked about that. Now it's talking about, listen, know your worth. Know your value. I charge high, so listen, certain people, so certain people can't get to me. I'm the healer's healer. I'm the coach's coach. Anyone else who comes in between that, I gladly receive. But I'm the healer's healer. Who's here for the healer? I am. Who's here for the coach? Me. How can you be 7? Because I already suffered the scorns. I already went through the purgatory. I walked through the valley. I held life and death in both hands. And I still came out on the other side with an amazing posture and a healed personality. I got joy and love in my heart. I can show you and help you how to do the same shit. Who's here for the healer? Who's here for the coach? And when you know what you're here for, when you know why you're doing what you're doing, then it creates this barrier. People know I don't fuck around. So when you calling me, you got to be ready for the magic that come. They know. 7 ain't playing. Hey, he ain't playing. Hey, I don't know what y'all talking about. That brother don't play. You better be ready. You talking about you want to be successful and you come to me for branding? I hope you ready, because that shit's coming. That shit's coming. Because there's work to do on both sides. And I'm going to hold you accountable to the shit you say you want. I'm not just going to take your money. The universe provides. I don't need to take your money and you not do shit with it. That's like being a coach for an NBA team. We done got all these players. Now we're not going to play. Now we're not going to play. We done went through all the fucking, you know what I'm saying? We've been in the gym working out. We done went through all the practices. Now y'all don't want to play? You don't want to play? Well, I don't do it for the camera, 7. I do it for the love. Fuck is you talking about? That talent is necessary in the kingdom. That talent is necessary in the marketplace. You sitting on your hands and shit talking about, I wanna be successful. I wanna be successful, and I want spirit to use me, and I wanna be a force, and you ain't doing nothing with it. He who loves purity of heart and has grace in his lips, the king will be his friend. Do you understand? You're trying to get to a certain place, right? And if this matrix, remember, teaching the unified knowledge, teaching the knowledge so that we win. The goal is to win, right? You on this job, you out in the marketplace, you trying to land investors. There's always a king. The 48 laws of power say, never outshine the master. That's the number one law in the 48 laws of power. Never outshine the master. Some of y'all don't wanna give respect to the masters. Some of y'all, I'm a master. You ain't did shit for nobody other than yourself. I'm a master. You gotta respect these people who are giving of themselves to help create and manifest for others. You gotta give respect to those who do it in such an eloquent way. These sisters that's out here, these brothers that's out here, that's pouring their talents into these streets. These are masters out here. They know how to perform these tasks and not take it back. Not take that energy of suffering back home to their family. They've mastered these skill sets. We have to respect and give light to these masters. Sometimes the reason you're not being successful in life is because you're not giving any light to a master. See, when we do this, right, I'm giving light. I'm giving my respect and my honor to those who have decided to join this programming in posture and desire of enlightenment. But I'm on the other end of this. I took the time to break this lesson down. I took the time to try to be relatable. I took the time to bring it home so that somebody could be edified. Somebody could gain knowledge and wisdom and tweak a little thing in their life and watch it manifest. Watch it blossom into something beautiful. That takes time. It takes craftsmanship. You understand? So when you have purity of heart, that means you've gotten rid of that arrogance. Ego is necessary. I've done lessons on that. But you got rid of the arrogance to whereby you can now say, High Lord, High God, High Goddess, High King, High Queen, teach me the ways of your sorcery. Teach me the ways of your business. Teach me the ways of your carpentry. Teach me the ways of your hairstyling, your computer programming, whatever it is. The reason why we don't know more is because we're not submitting authority to the masters. We want to submit authority to these deities, but who do you think these masters embody? You want to praise due to Mayat, but you don't want to give praise due to Mayat. The queen who now is in human flesh, who is calling herself Mayat, who is giving herself to those to edify balance and creation. You don't want to tip her. You don't want to donate to her. You don't want to share her videos, but you want to praise Mayat, the deity. That shit don't make no sense to me. Because do you understand what the spirit of Mayat is saying? Fuck you, sis. What are you talking about? This human being has allowed me to come into their body, has allowed me. They are the complete vessel of sorcery and wizardry and knowledge that I am giving, that I embody, and you don't want to bless the vessel? It's because we got scorned in the church. This is true science. This is true magic. With a pure heart, you understand. When you don't try to outshine the master will give you all the keys to the kingdom. Why? Because the master knows, in order for him or her to be in alignment, this is what their calling is. We're supposed to be dividing the keys of the kingdom. We're supposed to be. Whatever keys you got, make it available for the people. And those who want to learn, those who want the way will come. But if you don't make yourself available, if you're sitting on your hands, if you're keeping bad company, they won't know where you are. If you don't have the confidence in self to say, I am, they won't know who you are. If you don't have the confidence to be what you are. My mama was like, you gonna mess up your beautiful hands. But I am, Mom. I am. You understand? It's not about my hands. My hands was given to me by the universe in order that I might reach down and save a few. My hands was given to me so that I could see the masses and reach up and save myself. My hands was given to me so that I may create and share with those around me. So how can I own my hands, Ma? How can I own my hands? How can I own my arms? How can I own them? You understand? How? They've only been lent to me so that I could be of service to those around me. That's the purpose of my hands. So that I could build for my family and those who come after me. Those are the purpose of my hands. So with my hands, I create. With my hands, I protect. With my hands, I manifest. I want you all in your spare time, when you create time for self, I want you to feed yourself knowledge. Read over Psalms 22. Fuck religion. Bless the gods. Wisdom is everywhere. I just went through 11 verses, man. I went through 11 verses. No, wait, where I went through 11 verses. 11 verses. I could stop at 11. If we embody these 11 verses, you know how much better your family will be in the next 30 days. You know how much more money you'll be making in the next 30 days. You know how much better you'll be on your job in the next 30 days. You know how much more fruit would escape your lips in the next 30 days if you just embody just these 11 verses. And this is why I say life is easy. We make it hard. I love y'all. Peace to man, woman, and child, all things that walk the earth. You have been watching Magic Up TV. I am 70 Alchemist. As above, so below. May all things be balanced and well alignment. With love and might, dua, as I send it back. If you love me, share this video. If you really love me, send a donation. Let's expand this message. Let's build this kingdom. You understand? I ain't scared. I love y'all. If you need some help, I got this amazing 4-week course, the Alchemy Academics. It'll change your life. Inbox me. Go to my website. Wear some magic. 7thealchemist.com. 7thealchemist.com. And I am 70 Alchemist. I love y'all. Peace and light. Utilize your knowledge. Utilize the vortex. Peace to the kings. Peace to the queens. Peace to the children of the earth.